All right, so good morning. Thank you all for joining today's weekly WAVE call. Just like I've said for the last 3 weeks, just to get right into it, our phone calls, voicemails, and emails are still coming in at a pretty high number. We are catching up slowly but surely. For those of you who have contacted us in the last week and a half, we are working through getting those emails answered. Right now, we're trying to prioritize getting folks October 1 consolidated reports completed. So if there is a little bit of a delay in answering other emails, that is the reason why. We still have a number of districts, for one reason or another, who have not certified their October 1 numbers. We'll need that to be certified. So we're working on reaching out to those districts kind of first and working our way backwards from there. So please try not to email us about the same thing multiple times. For those of you who have been doing that, you may or may not have gotten a reply that included your other emails related to the same subject. In terms of the emails that we've been getting in relation to requests for us to do a clear and repull for your transportation and attendance so that you can get your first quarter statistical report done at the student level. We are scheduling that to be done over the weekend. Many of you are probably getting emails right now from our office just letting you know that this is the case. So for those of you who have asked for a clear and repull of your transportation and attendance, as much as we would like to do that today, just kind of doing a full-on clear and repull would be pretty detrimental to our system. So we're doing that over the weekend just because there's less traffic coming in on the wave over the weekend. And so on Monday, your student information system and the FQSR report should be lined up, assuming that no major changes are happening, say, on Sunday. So we will be scheduling out, doing a pretty widespread clear and repull on transportation and attendance. So for those of you who have emailed us about that, just know it will be taken care of over the weekend and that you can come back and check on the report on Monday. So hopefully that helps out a lot of you, because that is a large majority of the contacts that we've been getting lately in our group inbox. They've been clear and repulls. So in terms of WAVE logins, I know for the folks that are on the call, you most likely are already good to go getting onto the WAVE. But if you do still have coworkers that are, brand new to your district or site, or just are getting access to the WAVE for the very first time, you might want to pass along to your superintendents that they will need to contact the service desk. Their email address is on your screen. It's just servicedesk@omes.ok.gov. In order for them to get their username and password to get onto the WAVE. The WAVE has a secondary login that is not the same as what you use to log into single sign-on. So we want to make sure that everybody who's getting access to the WAVE is able to get access to the WAVE. So for those of you who do have coworkers that have emailed the service desk, or if you're on the call and you've emailed the service desk and you haven't heard back from them in about three days or so, just send us an email with the service desk ticket that you should have gotten in your email, and we'll go out and ask OMES for an update on your ticket. Moving forward. So we do still have some issues, to my understanding, on 2 reports that are open right now in the WAVE. One being with the 3rd grade promotion retention report. The issue is both with saving, to my understanding, and some of you may be getting a pop-up related to Zscaler. We're still looking into that. And as soon as we do have an update, we will update the blurb that's on the WAVE. I know right now it's pretty short and may not be helpful for those of you trying to diagnose what's going on with that report. I know it's frustrating, but we're still looking into why one of the two issues are happening for those districts that have reported it. And for those of you who are having issues with your FQSR grade grid, we are looking into that as well. If you are a district that is still having that issue, please reach out to our office and state aid so we can let our applications team know and give them another example of those totals being off. It doesn't look like this is widespread, but there's enough sites that have reached out to us about this over the last week and a half that we're still continuing to have our developers look into this. So continuing on with reports, there are 4 reports that are still open. 3 of them are on your screen right now. One being the FQSR that closes on June 30th still. The due date that is on the wave is still accurate. And yesterday, the graduation part-time Q1 report opened, and that will also close on November 30th. If you have questions with that, there is a phone number that you can reach out to, or you can send those emails over to us and we'll forward them to the SDE staff member that is in charge of that. If somebody would, from SDE, please put Petra's email address in the chat as well. That is the contact that you will want to reach out to. Also, this report opened a few days ago. The WIDA pre-code report, or actually it opened yesterday as well. The WIDA pre-code report opened and will be closing on November 26th. And if you do have questions with that, Daniel Rule is going to be your point of contact for that report. Guidance is available for most reports right now under documents and guides, and they're also found on each report under the instructions. The only report right now that does not have a specific guide readily available to you is the graduation part-time Q1 report. So for those of you who do have new staff members dealing with that report and have questions, please reach out to us and we'll try and get you in contact with some SDE staff that can help walk you through. So this call, really short and sweet in terms of updates. So if you do have any other questions, please reach out to our inbox. Please bear with us in terms of our responsiveness. I know it's still a little strange and for us to be replying to emails later than 72 hours after you've emailed. But please be patient. I mentioned last week that we had about over 600 or so, 650 or so emails in our inbox, and since then we've gotten that number down. Hopefully by the end of the day we will be back down to about 300 and some change here. So we should be getting caught up here pretty quickly, or not as quickly as we'd hope, but just, bear with us during all of this. There's a lot of unforeseen issues that have been popping up, and we're trying to tackle them as quickly as we can. So you guys are doing a fantastic job of letting us know of your issues. Just be patient with us and try not to repeatedly, send the same email about the same subject. We will get back to you if we are seeing that your report is still open, or if we're not seeing that you've gotten a hold of somebody else in the building here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and stop the recording. And we'll